Hello, Simon Reed here, and welcome to this week's Ice Hockey on Sky Channel. Unfortunately, we can't bring you the Maple Leafs at the Winnipeg Jets, as promised. Instead, we're at the Montreal Forum, home of the Canadiens, who tonight play the Quebec Nordiques. Both teams play in the Adams division of the Wales Conference, and as you can see, it's a tense struggle at the top. An interesting feature in this game is that while Montreal are #1 in the NHL at scoring on the power play, Quebec are #1 at penalty killing, that's stifling the power play. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it against the Canadiens.
It's the Nordiques against the Montreal Canadiens, their third meeting of the season, and it is underway from the sold-out Forum in Montreal. I'm Jim Houston with Brad Selwood in the broadcast booth. As the Nordiques move the puck out of their own zone, Peter and Anton Stastny up front right now with Alain Cote, and here comes Anton Stastny, number 20. Moving the puck across ice for Peter, and it's moved up by the Canadiens 2-on-1. Walter to Bobby Smith. Smith, number 15, back to the point. Peter Svoboda into Ryan Walter. Back to the point. Robinson shoots. Malarchuk to save, and he holds on as the Canadiens get the quick start. Michel Bergeron said I shouldn't be, but I'm still surprised, Brad, that Malarchuk starts for the Nordiques because Mario Gosselin has played so well against Montreal.
Well, I think that's the only reason, Jim. You would think that Gosselin would start because of his success against the Canadiens, but Bergeron showed a lot of confidence in starting him here tonight. That is Malarchuk. And in that play there, he had to come up big early. Robinson was allowed to float in over the line, and nobody picked him up, and the big shot went in, and he took it in the body. But I think we'll see some good goaltending at both ends.
Canadiens continue to work with that cumbersome three-goaltender system. Patrick Roy, the 20-year-old rookie, is the starter tonight. Robinson off the face-off, and Malarchuk has to make another save. Malarchuk has been biding his time for 4 seasons with this organization. I guess you know you've arrived when you get to start against the Montreal Canadiens for the Nordiques. John Anderson, the former Leaf, is on the ice for the Nordiques right now with Wilf Payma and Peter Stastny, but here comes Svoboda with a drive. Nice save by Malarchuk as he got an arm on it. Here's Pat Price, number 7 for the Nordiques. To Peter Stastny, the captain, across the ice to John Anderson. He'll move back with his mates offside, then dumps the puck in. We've played a minute in this game from Montreal. There's no score. The Nordiques won the first 2 games, as Dave mentioned, of this series this season. 3-2 here on October 21st. 6-4 in Quebec on the 29th of October. Out at center, here's Payma, leaving the puck for Dale Hunter, and the pesky Hunter puts the puck over the glass and into the stands. The referee tonight is Terry Gregson. His linesmen are Wayne Bonney and Ray Scapanello.
Well, if the early going is any indication, Jim, I think we're going to see a lot of bumping and grinding. And I'm just watching behind the play. I'm trying to follow the puck carrier as well. But if you look behind the play, there's bumping and chopping, a little bit of hacking going on, and it's still early in the game. So I think we'll see a lot of that all night long.
Stéphane Richer, one of the great rookies this Montreal team has come up with, is out on the ice, and his team is about to be penalized by Terry Gregson. And Goulet took exception to it and slashed back, and then Tremblay turned around. He was the one that got caught because he gave him a 2-hander over the arms. Quebec's power play ranks 11th in the league, Brad.
I was just going to say, I'm sorry, Jim, but they are ranked 11th, but apparently, according to Bergeron, have been much better lately. So I think it'll be a good matchup, these special teams.
The sniper, of course, is Michel Goulet with 14 power play goals already this season of the 22 he has scored. Goulet is on the ice with J.F. Sauvé and Peter Stastny up front. The point men are Robert Picard, just over from Winnipeg, and John Anderson plays the point on the power play. Anderson has 9 goals and leads the Nordiques in shots on goal with 108. And here he starts out of his own zone to Peter Stastny at center. Over to Anderson, moving in over the blue line. Over to Goulet, he shoots! Roy makes the save and holds on.
Good save by Roy there, and equally as good a play by John Anderson as he went between the defensemen. The Montreal defenseman tried to stay up on him, and Goulet went wide as he does so well. And a good pass by Anderson to Goulet on the wing. There's an interesting gentleman. We had a chance to meet him this morning, both Jim and I, for the first time, and had a great outlook in this game. He enjoys coaching the Montreal Canadiens, and he doesn't really play up the rivalry that much, Jimmy. He says that the Boston Bruins give him more fits than the Quebec Nordiques, but
yes, he said there was a higher emotional level for the games this season against Boston. John Anderson with a shot tip. They score! Sauvé on the second chance. 1-0 Quebec.
A couple of things to look for on this play. It was a good The draws are so important anytime, but it got back to the point to Anderson. Anderson got the shot away, low and on the net. Robinson looked like he wanted to reach for the rebound instead of going to Sauvé immediately. He was allowed to stand there. It seemed like forever, and put it between the legs of Waugh. It was a good shot by Anderson, but watch Robinson try and get the rebound. He can't get to it, instead of maybe going to Sauvé immediately and taking him out of the play.
The 5th goal of the season for J.F. Sauvé. And it is a power play goal with Tremblay in the penalty box. The Nordiques strike early and lead 1-0. It is the Canadiens power play that has been so highly publicized as the best in the league, but the Nordiques power play strikes first at 2:16. 1-0 Quebec leading, and a goal by J.F. Sauvé on the power play early in the first period. Guy Carbonneau, number 21 for Montreal, trying to center, went off the side of the net. Anton Stastny is number 20. He's trying to collect the puck now against Bob Gainey, who takes his man out of the play. Nice move in the corner by Brent Ashton to get away from Chris Nyland. He left Nyland down in the corner. He's still looking for his parts. Donnelly, Gord Donnelly, number 34, one of 3 rookies in the Quebec lineup, dumps the puck in. Curvers is back for it. Tom Curvers dumps the puck off the glass to center. Shots on goal early in this game, 9-4 in favor of Montreal. Gainey moving in with Carbonneau. Nyland is the 3rd member of the line. A deflection goes wide. Here's Chris Nyland dumping the puck to the front of the net. Taken by Gilbert Delorme. Delorme to Stastny, and they get it out to center. Anton DePeter tried to headman the puck to Ashton. It was tipped away by Curvers, and the Canadiens clear the puck to center again. Here's Peter Stastny, the leading scorer for the Nordiques, and their captain, taking over the captaincy from Mario Marois, who was recently traded to Winnipeg. Out at center ice, Picard. The man the Nordiques received in the trade dumps the puck in. Canadiens changing on the fly with 11.5 minutes to go in the first period. Intercepted pass, Hunter with a weak shot tipped wide. Here's Rick Green, checked by Dale Hunter. Michel Goulet in after the puck. Kumpel hovering around and in the slot, but the Canadiens are able to clear the puck to center. The Canadiens are playing a very close checking style. Everybody's got a man in their own zone. Montreal starting out. Curvers to center. Hit a crowd, and Goulet comes back in. He shoots over top of the net. Big rebound. Kumpel got it out front to Hunter. Hunter turns and shoots way wide of the net. Now starting out is Lucien Deblois. Deblois with a long shot, misplayed by Malarchuk, but it was wide of the net. Picard off the boards. Kumpel can't clear it. Peter Svoboda keeps the puck onside for Montreal. Goulet goes to the boards, and he'll dump the puck to center. Nordiques at the end of a long shift want to change lines. Svoboda ahead for Larry Robinson, who's playing so extremely well in his 14th season. So Mike McPhee, his shot is stopped by Malarchuk, and he gets the stop and play. Face-off will be to the left of Malarchuk. The Canadiens win the draw. Robinson over to Svoboda. Passed it back. It was almost intercepted by Anderson. Dahlin with a shot. Blocked by Malarchuk. They hack away at the puck in front. Dahlin shot it wide. Shell Dahlin, number 20, stick handling to the front of the net. Puck was taken away. And out come the Nordiques. Paul Gillis, the center on the best checking line for the Nordiques, moves the puck in. Anderson and Payma are out with Gillis. Payma in deep. Checked his man Svoboda, who lost his helmet. The young Czech Svoboda takes Anderson. The puck is cleared, not out. Gillis for Payma. Right in front for Anderson. Knocked away. Ryan Walter was back. Walter takes a hit in the corner from Gillis, who ties up Walter and gets the stop in play. They really seem to turn it around thanks to Clint Malarchuk with back-to-back shutouts over Boston late in November. Canadiens trailing 1-0 to the Nordiques move into the Quebec zone. Gainey up to check his man. Gord Donnelly, who dumped the puck to center. Ashton, Peter, and Anton Stastny, the Quebec forwards, against Carbonneau, Gainey, and Chris Nyland. Chelios moves up to the blue line. Holds on. Nice move trying to get around Donnelly. Donnelly's got his stick up around the neck of Chelios. Centering pass. They score! Carbonneau!
Well, Carbonneau is the one that pulled the trigger in the end, but you got to give Chelios a lot of credit. Good second effort along the board, stick handling in traffic. He made a one-handed pass out to Carbonneau, who was cruising in the slot area. He let go a quick wrist shot between the legs of Malarchuk. Good work there by Chelios.
The 11th goal of the season for Guy Carbonneau at 10:48 ties the game at 1-1.
There's another example, Jim, of play without the puck. Everybody seemed to be watching Chelios put on the stick handling clinic, and nobody picked up Carbonneau in the slot, and game's tied 1-1.
Now Mark Kumpel trying to move out of his own zone for the Quebec Nordiques. Puck is played to Malarchuk. Picard stops behind his net. Ahead for Goulet, who plays on a line with Dale Hunter and Mark Kumpel. Here's the sniper, Michel Goulet, with 3 50-plus goal seasons, and he's on that pace again. Hunter has the puck, moving to the slot. Poke check, but he gets the puck back again, or at least is trying to, and is down on top of Chelios. Great open ice tackle.
I'll tell you, it makes it tough to play these types of games as a player, Jim. Every time you touch the puck anywhere, in any zone, you pay for it, because somebody's going to come through and finish you, and there's lots of contact down there.
Hunter knocked down to the delight of the fans here and is waved out of the face-off circle.
He's loved at home, but hated on the road, that's for sure. Dale Hunter.
Shaw with his shot off the draw. Raw made the save. Bobby Smith gets the puck to Mario Tremblay. Cutting into the middle. Tremblay takes a shot. It bounces off Picard. Bobby Smith to Naslin right in front. Good defensive play by Picard. Got his skate on it, or it would have been 2-1 Montreal. Here comes Mark Kumpel out of Lowell University. Green was knocked down by Dale Hunter. Naslin, rink wide from Mario Tremblay. Here's Picard again. Through the middle, and Naslin takes over. Naslin is the Canadiens' leading scorer and is third in the league behind Gretzky and Mario Lemieux. Pass up the middle by the Nordiques. Robinson tried to cut it off. He's working against Hunter. DeBlois moved the puck in, and the play is called as Hunter and Robinson glare at each other at center, and you know Larry is not going to get involved in anything with Dale Hunter.
The long and the short of it, that's for sure. Referee Gregson does the right thing in sending them both off. Puck went up in the air. You can see them working for the puck and fighting for it, literally. A couple of pokes both ways, and Gregson has seen enough. They'll both go.
Scrudlin to McPhee and DeBlois out on the ice. Here's Sauvé with Paiement and Anderson. Paiement going for the front of the net. Raw pokes it away. Anderson put it off the side of the goal with the backhander. Mike McPhee, number 35, checked by Anderson and by Paiement. The puck comes loose. Back towards the point. Randy Moeller moves in. Sauvé kept it in, knocking it out of the air, but now the puck is collected by Lucien DeBlois. Rink wide, too far for Brian Scrudlin. Rookie free agent, spent the last couple of years in the minors. Here's McPhee stealing the puck right out in front. DeBlois shoots. Another shot by Scrudlin wide. Nice save by Malarchuk off of Lucien DeBlois. And there'll be a Quebec penalty on the play as Scrudlin was upset.
Great play in front of the net, and Scrudlin made that happen as well with his forechecking. He took the body on Moeller behind the net and set that whole thing up.
Here's the Canadiens power play going to work again as Moeller is off for holding. Canadiens 0 for 1 on the power play tonight, and they're missing Larry Robinson from the power play. Don't forget, he's off with Hunter roughing minors. Here's Mats Naslin back to the point. Tom Kerbers has taken Robinson's spot. Naslin, rink wide. Chelios shoots through a crowd, deflected, and it just makes it over the glass to stop the play.
I think it hit Shaw in front. At first, it looked like it hit Ryan Walter, who was standing in front, but the faceoff's going into the Quebec zone, so obviously went off one of their defensemen.
34-year-old Larry Robinson is playing in game number 957 tonight.
Second leading scoring defenseman in the National Hockey League this season. 32 points.
He says it doesn't mean a thing.
No. Certainly would to me.
Robinson has collected an awful lot of points on the power play this season. And You can attribute his point totals to that in many ways. Here's Ryan Walter now. This Canadian power play continues. The game is tied 1-1. Curvers with a shot. Walter was screening in front. Malarchuk couldn't see a thing. The puck didn't get through to him. Sheldon back on the point. Curvers slips it in for Deline. Naslin's out in front. Walter in the corner. Curvers from the point. Shoots off the goal post. Unable to clear the puck is Shaw, and Dave Shaw just took a great dive, and because of it, Ryan Walter will go to the penalty box.
A little bit of a dive. Oh, not a little bit. a lot of dive.
You bet.
Shot from the point and Curvers just before that went square off the post, came right back out in front, and goaltenders like those.
That nullifies, obviously, the Montreal power play, and the teams will play 5 aside. 5:57 to play in the first period. It's as close as you would expect. 1-1. Montreal and Quebec. Carbonneau for the Canadiens. Surveillez has scored for Quebec. Here's Brent Ashton. Holds up and lost the puck. Mats Naslund back to collect it. Lost the puck. Trying to center it is Peter Stastny. Back on the point, Gilbert Delorme. On the other side, Pat Price shoots. It hit Brent Ashton in front as he was knocked down. Peter Svoboda. Up the middle to Bobby Smith. Naslund is trailing. Smith turns on the boards, then shoots way wide of the net. Svoboda pinching in to keep the play in for Montreal. It'll be brought out quickly by Gilbert Delorme. Brent Ashton just plays the puck back in his own zone. 13 seconds left in the penalty against Randy Moeller, and the Nordiques will have a man advantage. But here comes Bobby Smith for Montreal. A backhand shot, a weak one, stopped by Clint Malarchuk. Moeller is out of the penalty box. The Nordiques have a man advantage for 50 seconds as Chelios continues to serve his penalty, and Quebec goes in offside as Robinson and Hunter have now served their minors and will be let back on the ice. Ryan Walter moves in to take over from Bobby Smith in the faceoff circle, but Walter has played a lot of center in his career. Robinson with a shot off the faceoff, and Malarchuk made the save, and again Ryan Walter went charging for the front of the net as soon as the puck was dropped. Darlene turns the puck around in his own zone to Ryan Walter. Bobby Smith was tripped up. There'll be a Quebec penalty, and it'll be against, I think, Michel Goulet, but it'll be a Quebec penalty. Montreal will go to the power play again.
Another one of those bad ones. You can't take those penalties in center ice like that, especially when there's nothing going at all. All Smith tried to do was get by Goulet in center ice area, and Goulet pulled him down. Those sooner or later cost you. Smith tries to break away here, and Goulet interferes with him, and down he goes. Canadiens will go to the power play again.
Canadiens win the draw again. Chelios to Robinson. Rink wide. Naslund shoots. Nice save by Malarchuk. Earned his money that time.
What a great save he made. And Naslund took his time. He took a look. He wound up for the quick slap shot. Good play by Robinson to put him in. And Naslund take a look, wind up, and let it go. And a great, well, actually maybe went in the glove a little more than he actually saved it. But bottom line is he did stop the puck. Good quick glove. It goes right into his glove. Makes it look a little better.
But he had to have the glove there.
That's right. He was out on top of him.
Walter and Hunter on the faceoff this time. And Hunter beats Ryan Walter. After Mike Eagles had lost 2 straight draws to Ryan Walter, Bergeron made the change. And it paid off. Less than a minute to play in the first period in a 1-1 tie from the Forum in Montreal. Canadiens on the power play. Robinson back on the point. Naslund to Chelios. He fell down. That allows Alain Cote to move the puck to center and down the ice. Cote and Naslund. Cote knocks Naslund off the puck. Then Robinson comes in to give Cote a bump. Chris Chelios ahead now for Ryan Walter. Back checking was Cote. Took a swipe at the puck, and he missed it, and I believe he hit Ryan Walter with the stick in the face.
Obviously, it was unintentional, but as you said, Cote tried to take a swing at the bouncing puck.
And obviously, Ryan is hurt and cut. Walter missed Saturday night's game with the flu. He came back on Monday night in the tie with Hartford.
See, Cote just try to get rid of it, and he went to backhand it. Stick came up another Canadiens player's stick and got Walter in the face.
Minute and 5 seconds to go in the penalty against the Quebec Nordiques as Malarchuk made a glove save. Now here's a long pass ahead for Paul Gillis. He couldn't handle it at center. Patrick Roy out of the net, misplayed the puck. Trying to clear it on the boards is forward Naslund back to cover up. Mats Naslund turns away from Gillis, then is checked by Cote. There's the siren to end the first period, and it's as close as we expected.
Well, there's no question it was a close checking period, although the Canadiens did mount 22 shots on goal. I would say better than possibly half of them came on the power play, so it was a very closely played period.
The Nordiques only managed 6 shots on Patrick Roy. So the score at the end of the first period is 1-1. Period is underway with 40 seconds left in a penalty to Michel Goulet of the Quebec Nordiques. Game tied up 1-1. I'm Jim Hewson along with Brad Selwood and Dave Hodge at the Montreal Forum as Mats Naslund dumps the puck into the Quebec zone. Randy Moeller is number 21. Up the middle, cut off by the Canadiens. Naslund to Dahlin, fakes. Now he shoots and Malarchuk makes the save.
Great stick handling there in traffic by Dahlin. Good play by Chelios at the point to keep that puck in as he tipped it back to Naslund, but a fine move here by Dahlin. Put Price right out of it and just couldn't get Goodwood on it. He got cranked after he let it go, but Dahlin just tremendous skills, especially in traffic like that. He handles the puck so well, and he's just a great skater. Typical European player, Jim, and he can fly. He'll be a great one.
22-year-old leading rookie scorer in the league is from the same hometown as Mats Naslund. Grew up just down the block in Timrå, Sweden. Possesses some of the same qualities as his buddy Mats. There's a shot from the point, went off a defenseman right on Malarchuk. Svoboda with a shot deflected way up into the stands with 2 seconds left in the penalty to Goulet.
It was a weird play there. Robinson let it go from the point and got no wood on it. It jumped up as he let it go, and it fluttered into the zone, hit Shaw, and rebounded into Malarchuk, but he handled it fine. It came off Shaw there. You see the puck hit Malarchuk, and that actually came off the defenseman. And Robinson got nothing on the shot at all.
So if you stand up and play your angles, you won't get in an awful lot of trouble. A goaltender that had been down on his knees at that time might have had that go off his shoulder and in.
That's exactly right. Or that might have gone right over his shoulder, Jim. As you pointed out, he was in the right position. He may have not have seen the puck, but he was in the right place to stop it.
Goulet steps out of the penalty box. The Canadiens, with the best power play in the league, are 0 for 3 with a man advantage. So the Nordiques, which own the best penalty killing in the league, are winning out on the special teams battle tonight, and they have a power play goal as well. Here's the Canadiens starting out. Mats Naslund had the play broken up by Goulet. Here comes Hunter with his shot. Patrick Roy makes the save on another one, as Hunter got 2 shots in a row. Mark Kumpel plays the puck to Robert Picard. Up the middle for Hunter, under his stick. Svoboda with Robinson on the point. Robinson ahead for Richer, who's playing with Tremblay and Naslund. Kumpel moves the puck in. Number 17 takes a shot deflected by Robinson into the stand. A minute and 26 seconds into the second period. The game tied up in Montreal. Puck is kept in off the draw by the Nordiques. There's going to be a penalty on the play. It'll be against Montreal. A high sticking call. Quebec Nordiques have a power play goal tonight and have a man advantage right now with Naslund in the penalty box. Quebec 1 for 2 on the power play, although one of their power plays tonight was a shortened version, only 50 seconds long. They'll set up front with Peter Stastny. Michel Goulet, who was mentioned earlier, leads the team with 14 power play goals, and J.F. Sauvé. Here comes Goulet, shoots it. Another chance, shot wide. Peter Stastny with the goaltender down, couldn't put it in the open net. Puck is loose in front. Sauvé trying to set up Goulet, and a nice defensive play by Rick Green to drop on the puck. One minute to go in the penalty to Mats Naslund. Robert Picard playing tonight in his 600th NHL game with his 5th team. And that puck was cleared the length of the ice by the goaltender, Patrick Roy. Anderson will start out of his own zone. Goulet up front still with Sauvé and Peter Stastny. Picard carries the puck in, takes a wrist shot. Roy makes the save, and he'll clear it again. Chelios, like that Deblois moving up, shovels the puck towards the goal. Malarchuk now will get a chance to take a shot. And he moves it around on the boards for Goulet. Michel Goulet dumps the puck in. Robinson is back first. Peter Stastny right on top of him. Robinson moves away from Stastny and Goulet. Now he puts the puck across the ice with 5 seconds to go in the Naslund penalty. Deblois leaves the puck for Robinson. Back to Deblois. Drop pass. Grudlin's shot. Hit a leg. Naslund is back on the ice. Nordiques are 1 for 3 on the power play. Canadiens back at full strength, and the fans here applaud the penalty killing. Here's Mario Tremblay with a drive. Saved by Clint Malarchuk. Pat Price starts out of his own zone now to Gilbert Delorme. Tip to Brent Ashton, trying to split the defense. Ashton to the corner, has Paymon out front, and the puck was cleared around in the boards. As Dale Hunter is on the ice once again, and this time nose to nose with Mike Lawler.
Lawler gave him a two-hander, and Gregson is right on top of things.
Carbonneau leads the Canadiens with 2 shorthanded goals and is their best penalty killer. He's on the ice with Bob Gainey, Rick Green, and Chris Chelios. Doing a good job right now. Deep in his own zone, Robert Picard. Ahead for Michel Goulet. He dumps the puck in, comes straight back off the glass. Sauvé in deep. J.F. Sauvé behind the net. Peter Stastny with Goulet out front. He's knocked down to the point. Picard shoots. Blocked. Carbonneau trying to beat Picard. Picard hauls his man down. And there's going to be a penalty on the play. A holding call against Picard.
Looked like he may get away with it at first, Jim, but he wrapped his arm, it looked like, around the leg of Carbonneau, and I think that's why he's called on the penalty. But almost an excellent defensive play, although he made the mistake originally when he hit the pads of Carbonneau trying to slap it in. But you see him grab him by the leg there a little bit.
Did he not have a hold of his stick right down by the blade?
Had a hold of more than one thing,
yeah.
I guess.
We'll see what they do with 5 men aside and some room to move. Pat Price to Randy Moeller. Makes center ice, then shoots the puck off the stick of Svoboda into the stands.
Most people in that case would try and clear it in around the boards, but he actually tried a shot on the net, and it deflected high into the crowd. Good young defenseman, Jim. He's slowly developing into a solid NHL player, and he's very physical, strong in front of his own net, moves the puck very well. Obviously, Bergeron has confidence in him when he's out there killing penalties.
Svoboda leaves the puck for Rick Green. Bobby Smith now to Mario Tremblay. 1 man back. Tremblay turns in the boards. Nice pass in for Bobby Smith. Smith, number 15, to Rick Green. Into the middle. He shoots. Deflected right to Malarchuk. Thank you very much, he'll say as he covers that one up.
What a great play Smith made. A little thing there, but he got tied up with the defenseman and put a grab on him a little bit, and that allowed Green the time he needed to walk into the middle and let it go. And Montreal defensemen, Green and Robinson mostly, getting a lot of chances from that slot area.
Mario Tremblay, if Dale Hunter stirs the pot, Mario Tremblay holds the spoon. They are 2 of the most hated players in the league by other players, and that's a compliment to the way they play, I suppose.
Love to have them on your side, but not much fun to play against.
Tremblay is on the ice with Smith, Rick Green, and Peter Svoboda. Nordiques move to center. Anton Stastny drops the puck for brother Peter. Moeller takes the shot across the crease. Wasn't dangerous as the Canadiens move it out. Less than 20 seconds to go in the Canadiens penalty to Lawler. Montreal will then go on a power play as the puck is tipped into the Montreal zone deep. Rick Green on the boards for Peter Svoboda. Nordiques are changing on the fly. Svoboda to Rick Green. Ahead for Bobby Smith. Moving in 2-on-2. Holds up at the blue line. Rick Green off the boards for Tremblay in the corner against Gilbert Delorme. The former teammates collide and Tremblay goes down. Canadiens are on a power play now for 40 seconds as Lawler is back on the ice. 12 minutes to go in the second period from the Forum in Montreal in a 1-1 tie. Shell Dahlin dumps the puck in for Montreal. Naslund is in after it. Naslund to Chris Nyland. Back on the point. Here's Robinson. In for Nyland. Mats Naslund now. Shell Dahlin to Chelios. He shoots. The rebound. Malarchuk's got it.
Chris Nyland did a good job in front of creating the screen for Chelios as he let it go. And Malarchuk did a good job on the rebound, not so much on the original shot. It was a good shot by Chelios, but he manages to maintain his position as the puck comes down. Nyland gets a good swipe at it, but Malarchuk's able to hang on.
Late in joining us, Ryan Walter took a high stick in the face in the first period, has been taken to hospital with his left eye hemorrhaging. And that's all we can report right now, and that's enough. More than enough for Ryan Walter. The penalty to Picard is over. He steps back on the ice. The Nordiques are back at even strength with the Canadiens. Robinson back after the puck. Checked by Dale Hunter. Puck comes loose. Hunter has Mike Eagles with him. Eagles after the puck. Runs into Chelios. The puck is backhanded, not out. Muller's shot end over end goes wide. Mike Eagles now behind the net for Hunter. Goulet is out in front. A breaking defenseman shoots it off the post. Moeller, and it's scooped up by Patrick Waugh. Guess who's in the middle of that?
32 by any chance.
They announced the attendance tonight at 18,050. That's standing room only at the Montreal Forum. The game is tied 1-1 as Brent Ashton tries to break that tie with a shot that went just wide. Anton Stastny knocked down by Tom Kurvers. And the puck is lifted in the air to center. Chris Nyland with Bob Gainey. Nyland breaks for the net as Gainey's shot is blocked by Malarchuk. Teams are playing at full and even strength as Gainey cuts off a clearing pass and shoots. Malarchuk with a great save. Picard behind his own net. The coincidental minors to Hunter and Richer at 9:06 for roughing. Gilbert Delorme, a long pass that didn't get to Anton Stastny. Rick Green back to play it. No icing called. Roy must have touched the puck. Picard with a shot. Roy the save. Picard again. End over end in front of the net. It's blocked by Rick Green. Green and Ashton bump on the boards. Peter Stastny now trying to set up Anton. It's hit by Carbonneau, and he almost belted it out of the air, or tried to, as he had his stick up with that intent. Here's Guy Carbonneau, number 21. On the boards for Bob Gainey. Dumps the puck to center as he takes a bump from Gilbert Delorme. 9.5 minutes to play second period. All of the scoring in the first. J.F. Sauvé for Quebec on a power play at 2:16. Guy Carbonneau for Montreal at 10:48. An even strength goal with Chris Chelios doing all the work. And it remains tied 1-1. Pat Price for the Nordiques. Over the line, here's Wilf Paymon, number 27. Checked on the end boards, but continues after the puck. Canadiens clear it to center. McPhee with a pass for Deblois. He didn't quite get it. Deblois, McPhee, and Scrudlin playing against Sauvé, Paymon, and John Anderson. Puck is deflected off a stick and into the stands with 8:56 to play in the second period. Dale Hunter wins the draw. Mark Kumpel to Hunter. Moving up. He lost control of it. The play is delayed offside as Naslund moves the puck to Michael Lawler. Steps over center and dumps the puck in. Bobby Smith and Pat Price go to the boards. Randy Moeller there to pick up the puck. Out in front of his own net. Hunter to Goulet, relayed to Mark Kumpel. Kumpel moves in on Lawler. Tried to go to his backhand, and Lawler just stayed with the man as the puck went to the corner. Tremblay takes Goulet out of the play, and they'll pin the puck on the boards and get the stop in play. And there's a late hit as Chelios comes in. Starts shoving with Dale Hunter. Tremblay's in there. And the Quebec defensemen stay way back. Not getting involved as yet. Picard and Delorme watch so that they don't get the face-off outside the blue line. There's going to be penalties. Gregson's going to send Chelios and Hunter, probably. Nordiques moving it out of their own zone. Here's Pat Price. Steps over center, dumps the puck in. Randy Moeller goes in deep after it. Ashton is out in front. Now Ashton comes to the corner to help out. Puck is kicked behind the net by a Nordique. Rick Green to Curvers. Stéphane Richer had trouble handling the puck out at center. Richer and Naslund out with Curvers and Green against Ashton, Peter Stastny, Moeller, and Price of the Nordiques. Peter Stastny to Moeller. Back to Stastny, and he moves up the middle. Drop pass for Ashton. Ashton decided not to shoot, spun around, and Naslund stays with his man as Richer clears, but not out. Peter Stastny keeping the puck in. He's double teamed. Naslund comes up with a puck. Naslund moving up, has Richer on the far side. Naslund, a backpan pass to Richer, and he has to go to the boards to get it. Moving the puck to Robinson into the corner for Naslund. Naslund dumps it out front. Richer couldn't get it. Robinson's backhander is wide. But a heads-up play by Naslund. The Canadiens came close. 2 minutes to go. Second period. Robinson meets Ashton at the line. Here's Mike Lawler to Bobby Smith. He shoots. Malarchuk the save. The rebound missed by Sheldon as he took a backhand swipe. The penalty to Svoboda has expired. The Canadiens are on a brief power play with 20 seconds to go, in the penalty to Michel Goulet. Late in the second period, a 1-1 tie. Tremblay with a shot. Malarchuk holds on. Tremblay lost the draw to Paul Gillis, but Bobby Smith went in after the puck. To the point, Chris Chelios. Tremblay in the corner to Smith. Deline make that working out in front of the net. Penalty is almost over. Goulet steps back on the ice. The Nordiques are at even strength. Naslund has the puck. He shoots. Tipped wide. Loose puck at the side of the net. They score! Smith!
Well, Jimmy, it won't count as a power play goal, but as Goulet stepped out of the box, Naslund just tried to lay it in there so somebody could deflect it, and it came off the backboards, and Smith stuffed it in the short side. Watch for Smith off to the left. He's just coasting in there. The puck comes right to him, and he puts it up high on the backhand. Mario Tremblay in the crease there may have been called, but obviously he was pushed in. Naslund looked like he was just going to wire one, and he didn't. He just laid it in there, and Smith got it off the board. Canadiens are up by 1.
Bobby Smith snuck in there at the side of the net, unmolested, in what looked like it would be a harmless play, with Naslund taking the weak shot. 2-1, Montreal leads. Time of the goal, 18:48 of the second period. Here's a shot by Svoboda, just wide of the net. Guy Carbonneau in behind the goal for Chris Nyland. Centering pass goes off a man in front, and it's caught up in the equipment of Picard. Carbonneau and Hunter will take the face-off. So with Hunter on the ice, we won't say that the last 6 seconds will be uneventful. We'll watch them thoroughly to see what happens. There's the siren to end the second period of play. The Montreal Canadiens scored the only goal of the second period and lead the Quebec Nordiques 2-1 in Montreal on an icy cold winter night. In this Quebec City, Svoboda starting out with a drop pass to Robinson, comes right back to Peter Svoboda. He'll dump the puck in. Picard trying to clear it. Cut off by Scrudlin behind the net. Lucien Deblois centering pass. McPhee got it in his skates. Quebec Nordiques take over. Goulet poke check by Larry Robinson. Scrudlin ahead for Deblois. McPhee moving up. The shot deflected by Gilbert Delorme over the glass for the stop in play.
It's a good play by Delorme as he looked. He made sure he looked and saw if one of his teammates was coming back to take McPhee, who was going to the net. And once he saw that, he moved over, stuck the stick out, and deflected the shot by Deblois. Good smart play by Delorme, who's played very well for Bergeron since coming over in that trade for Bruce Bell, who went to St. Louis and is struggling a little bit there.
Really looks in the early going like the Nordiques got the best of the trade, and at the time of the deal, most people, including me, said St. Louis Blues stole Bruce Bell, and he really hasn't been the offensive threat they thought he would be, but he's young.
Jacques Demers told us last time in Toronto that he'll come, and it's just a matter of learning the game, and they think they'll get the better of it later on.
The Nordiques said he wasn't big enough and strong enough, and so they traded for Gilbert Delorme, who is big and strong and is back on the ice right now for this face-off deep in the Quebec zone. Hunter waved out of the face-off circle. Goulet and Bobby Smith will now battle. Nordiques get possession. Picard watched by Sheldon. Mark Kumpel from the '84 U.S. Olympic team leaves the puck for Picard. Hunter Moves back in his own zone as the Nordiques start out. Long pass at center. Would have been over 2 lines had Goulet touched it. Kumpel is in deep. Gets to it first. Dahlin turns and tries to send it ahead and does to Bobby Smith for Mats Naslund. Drop pass. Svoboda right in front. A fluttering puck that Smith couldn't get a hold of, and Bobby Smith was tripped up as he slid into the cage.
Smith looking for a penalty on the play. He went to go through the middle and take a return pass from Naslund. He's asking Gregson now, how come no penalty? But so Smith go through the middle and try and go to the net. Somebody hooked him from behind. It was Goulet again getting the hook on somebody, and he was lucky he didn't go for the 3rd time tonight.
Face off to the left of Clint Malarchuk. 7:54 gone in the 3rd period. It's been great action in the 3rd period. The Nordiques have had the best chances to score, but the Canadiens have had their opportunities as well, a couple of them. They lead 2-1. Hunter was knocked down at center to the delight of the fans. Robinson trying to get around Price. There's a centering pass just behind Richer. Deblois hacking at Mark Kumpel. Delorme gets the puck to center. Goulet couldn't handle it. Robinson was backing up. Svoboda runs into Hunter. Breakaway pass intended for Deblois, but the play was offside at the Nordique blue line as these teams start to take a few more chances, and Hunter and Mario Tremblay get at each other.
As is the case most times, Hunter's in there again, but he and Tremblay went at it pretty good in front of the Canadiens bench. Tremblay come off after taking a high stick and cross-checked him in the back. You get the sticks up pretty well over there, and as they turn to skate away, Tremblay gives him a little shot from behind. Luckily, he didn't go.
8.5 minutes into the 3rd period. Montreal 2, Quebec 1. Anton Stastny to Peter Stastny. Spins around, sends the puck in, intended for Ashton Robinson, broke the play up. Now ahead to Guy Carbonneau, number 21 for Montreal. In on the left wing against Randy Moeller. Gainey's out in front. The centering pass comes to the point. Svoboda will just keep it in. Nyland's shot from the corner. Carbonneau takes the drive. Nyland had an open net and he missed it at the side of the net. Nyland again runs into Moeller. Peter Stastny trying to clear. Carbonneau trying to center. Loose puck at the side of the net. Nyland gets it first. Turns, shoots. Backhander goes up over the glass. Deflected by Picard. Good shift for Carbonneau, Gainey, and Nyland.
Nyland doing the mucking and Carbonneau trying to set it up in front. Great action by both clubs. Canadiens ahead 2-1.
Jean Perron's Canadiens trying to move into a first-place tie with Quebec tonight and ahead 2-1 in the 3rd period. And putting on the pressure. Look at this scrap at the side of the Quebec goal. Each take a man. And McPhee pushing and shoving. Delorme is in there as well.
Originally it was Scrudland, Jimmy, I believe, and Delorme, and neither one would give an inch. And of course Dale Hunter came in from behind.
It just happened to be around, so I thought I'd drop in. McPhee is going to the penalty box.
And Hunter for a change.
Yeah, 4th time tonight, and again he's taking somebody with him. JF Sauvé for Quebec, and they'll continue this battle tomorrow night as they play in Quebec City. Here's Bob Gainey back in his own zone. Dumps the puck to center. Picard, who's played a lot tonight, over to Delorme. Lost it at the blue line as he misplayed it, turning around. Now he'll dump the puck in on the right wing. Goulet going into forecheck on Chris Chelios. Chelios starts out now to Lawler, ahead to Bob Gainey. Gainey with Carbonneau and Nyland. They come out for another shift after a quick rest. They were great in their last shift. Peter Stastny, who's out with Cote and Goulet, moves the puck to center. Lawler for Bob Gainey. Gainey dumps the puck in. Under 10 minutes to play, 3rd period as the pass comes up the middle. Goulet moving down the left side after the puck. Patrick Roy out to play it. Chelios hooked from behind, kicks the puck. Now he lost it. Here's Goulet trying to center it. Gets it out front. Knocked away from in front of the net by Lawler. Carbonneau is upset.
Carbonneau picked up a loose puck. Goulet, all he had to do was drop, put the head down, and start coming back with some hustle. Instead, he reaches out, hooks him to the ice, and he's going to cost his team here sooner or later.
So far in the battle of great specialty teams, the Canadiens, with the best power play in the league, have gone 0 for 5. Nordiques, with the best penalty killing, have killed off those 5 penalties, obviously, and have scored a power play goal of their own. As you mentioned, you keep giving them chances, and they're bound to put it in sooner or later. Again, the Canadiens and Jean Perron worried about Ryan Walter, the center on, usually the center on the power play, was taken to hospital after taking a high stick late in the first period. His left eye is hemorrhaging. That's all we know at this point. They'll put him in hospital and won't know how seriously he is hurt until at least tomorrow. Mats Naslund moves up on this Canadian power play. Robinson dumps the puck to the corner. Important power play with the Canadiens leading 2-1 and a chance to maybe put this away. 2-goal spread in the way this game has been played tonight looks pretty good.
You would have to say that would do it for the Canadiens, but you never know. That's...
Bobby Smith with Naslund, Dahlin, Chelios, and Robinson. Naslund in the corner. Checked in there by Randy Moeller. Ashton comes over and knocks Naslund down as the sticks get up between Smith and Moeller. Smith has the puck on the boards, looking around. Now he puts it back in the point to Robinson. Holds up, moves it into Smith. Back to Robinson, his quick shot, just wide. Chelios from the right point. Dumps the puck to the corner. Cleared, not out. Chelios to Robinson. At the side of the net, they score! Naslund.
Great work along the boards by the Canadiens to keep it in, and it looked like Robinson was going to shoot it. He faked the wrist shot, laid it off to Naslund, who was stationed in front, and he put it high into the net. Good play by Chelios to Robinson. Robinson looked like he was going to let the shot go. He faked it, slid it to Naslund. Naslund did the rest, and that penalty to Goulet finally cost him.
24th goal of the season for Mats Naslund. His 14th on the power play. Robinson and Chelios will draw assists at 11:37. What a big goal for the Canadiens, and what a great play by Larry Robinson. Building is going nuts. Now that's atmosphere.
Oh, I'll tell you, we haven't seen this for a long time. It's great to sit and watch this action.
3-1, Montreal leads Quebec. On a power play goal by Mats Naslund at 11:37. Here comes Guy Carbonneau for the Canadiens. Nyland to Carbonneau, back to Nyland. Out in front, doesn't get through to Gainey, who was awaiting the pass. Peter Stastny, number 26. A pass to Anton, back to Sauvé, broken up by Nyland. And there's a penalty coming up on the play. It'll be against the Canadiens. The Nordiques will go to the power play, desperately needing the goal to get back in it. Nordiques 1 for 5 with a man advantage tonight. Their only goal, J.F. Sauvé's, came on an early first period power play. And a power play goal here to make this a truly exciting finish. Not that it won't be anyway. Here comes Sauvé, number 15, to John Anderson. Goulet's in front. The pass, they score! Goulet! Didn't take long, and it's 3-2.
Great play by Anderson, but Sauvé set the whole thing up. He took a tremendous check from Robinson along the boards in front of the Nordique bench. Laid the pass through to Anderson. Anderson stopped. Goulet going to the net, and he redirected it behind Roy. And the Nordiques are back in it, 3-2.
Bit of a face saver for Michel Goulet, who took the penalty that cost the Nordiques the power play goal earlier. Number 23 for Goulet. Anderson gets his second assist of the night. A power play goal that comes at 12:29. And a one-goal game again as the Nordiques are called for icing. Draw is won by the Nordiques. Picard ahead for J.F. Sauvé. Moving up. Shoots it off the inboards. Roy leaves it there. Sauvé has it. Has Ashton loose in front. Sauvé holds on. Back for Peter Stastny. Stastny turns. Now he comes off the boards. Had the puck knocked away by Larry Robinson. Here's Sauvé again with Ashton out front. Peter Stastny hovering around as well. Puck comes loose to Ashton. Tried to send it back to Peter Stastny. It's caught up in the skates of Carbonneau. Svoboda gets up. Wants to pin the puck to the boards. Poke loose. Here's Ashton now. Turns on the boards. Behind the net for Sauvé. Try to get it back to Peter Stastny. Intercepted by Carbonneau. And knocked out to center. Chris Nyland dumps the puck in. Then threw an elbow at the passing Brett Ashton and just missed. 4:28 to go, third period. Montreal 3, Quebec 2. Both teams change on the fly. Rick Green to center. There's a long shot in by Deblois, and Malarchuk made the save. Scrudland in after the puck, knocked away by Hunter to center. Kerbers intercepts there. Moving back in from Montreal. Waits for Naslin to get onside and then dumped it in. Michel Goulet doing the forechecking is Deblois, who's out there with Scrudland and Naslin. Goulet deep in his own zone, gave it away. Deblois' wrist shot is just wide. Naslin dumps the puck to the end boards. Pat Price up the middle for Anton Stastny. He tipped it, so it shouldn't be icing on the play. I guess it is. I thought Anton Stastny touched it, but it's icing against Quebec. 3:43 to go, third period. Pat Price takes over. He'll move it himself up the middle, now off the boards to center. J.F. Sauvé, Peter Stastny trailing. Goulet, the third man, moving into the slot. Sauvé spun around and checked by Mike Lawler. Guy Carbonneau comes up with a puck. Turns in his own zone. Moves to center. Has Nyland with him on the right side. Carbonneau in front. Knocked away by Robert Picard, who's had a strong game tonight for Quebec. Goulet with a shot off the leg of Chelios as Chelios stays with his man. Hunter and Svoboda scramble to the boards after the puck. Back on the point to DeLorme. He'll keep it in for Peter Stastny. Svoboda cuts it off, sends it up the boards. DeLorme takes a shot at Gainey. Canadiens moving the puck out. Chris Chelios ahead for Deblois, and he dumps it in for Montreal. 1:40 to play, third period. Canadiens 3, Quebec 2. Here's Mark Kumpel carrying the puck to center. Poke check there by Bobby Smith. DeLorme follows up and dumps the puck in. Loose puck to center. Deblois gets it away from Gillis. Smith moving up. The pass doesn't get through. Deblois with a second chance. Spun around. Moves it up front. Smith. Naslin now can't get the shot away. Great action in front. The Canadiens try and seal it. There's a long pass for Kumpel. He can't break away down the right side. The play was broken up by Bobby Smith, who wants to get off the ice after a long shift for this time of the game. We're down to the last minute of the third period. Nordiques will be trying to get their goaltender out. Nyland in deep, checked by DeLorme. Robert Picard up the boards to Anton Stastny. Kumpel has it. The goaltender's coming out. Malarchuk has to turn and go back. 44 seconds left, third period, 3-2 Montreal. Back after the puck is Kerbers in his own zone. In forechecking is Anton Stastny. The goaltender's out. The Quebec net is empty. Guy Carbonneau at center. Can't get the shot at the goal, but he dumps it in. Pat Price deep in his own zone. The Nordiques trying to rush the puck with the extra attacker. They're down by 1. J.F. Sauvé to Randy Moeller. 20 seconds left as the chant starts from these Forum fans. Peter Stastny out front to Moeller. Can't get the shot away. 10 seconds to go. They keep it in. Kumpel shoots to the side of the net. Peter Stastny. Randy Moeller's shot. Sauvé can't put it in. 3 seconds left.
Nordiques outnumber the Canadiens, although
Smith takes a man. Sauvé couldn't take the shot. And the Canadiens have defeated the Nordiques for the first time this season.